President, as we've been telling you, is expected to unveil a revised health care reform package. We've been reporting that it will include some Republican proposals. The AP is now saying that the president will be sending a letter to Democratic leaders sometime today with more details. It's reported that the plan could include expanding the use of fraud investigators disguised as patients to uncover waste and abuse. Also could expand pilot programs on medical malpractice reform, among other things. Fair and balanced, we've got both sides. Ron Bonjean is with us, former communications director to Republican House Speaker Denny Hastert, and Al Thompson as well, former advisor to the Homeland Security Chair, Congressman Benny Thompson. Thompson and Thompson are not related, we should point out. Good to see you both. Ron, the information I just passed along to you on some of the things we may be seeing from the White House tomorrow, there are overtures here. What would be enough for Republicans?
Yeah, I think, first of all, it's amazing to me that Democrats still think that passing a massive health care bill is a good thing to do. Most Americans across the country don't want a comprehensive bill. They want to see things passed in increments. This is too expensive and too costly for the American people. Even if they incorporate a few Republican ideas, I have a feeling it's not going to be anywhere near what Republicans are looking for. We'll just have to see the details on that. But every day that they keep talking about health care, they're going towards the left, and they're not talking to the center, which elected them to the majority and gave President Obama the election in November. If I were them, I'd keep talking about jobs and the economy that the president was just doing and get rid of this health care bill.
Al, if you were advising the president on what to unveil tomorrow to get the Democrats off the fence, the ones who have been wavering on this health care issue, what would you tell them to say, or include or not include?
Well, I'd tell him to do the things that he's already said to the American people over the last year. First of all, we can't afford not to do anything on health care. The Business Roundtable essentially says that if we do nothing, that the health care costs for businesses are going to go up from $10,000 to $28,000 per person over the next 10 years. I think seniors in this country who are struggling to afford prescription drugs know that something needs to be done. And frankly, I think the president has rightly said that the federal deficit is not going to be brought under control unless we do something with health care. And so I think he's going to clearly lay out why those things matter and why we have to get behind and do the right thing and fix a broken health care system.
And Ron, that is what the president is expected to say, that the cost of failure really here is just too high. And if you look at the polls, the American people do say they want something to be done. What if they end up with nothing?
Right. They want something to be done, but they don't want this bill. This bill will cost nearly $1 trillion of American taxpayer money. That is amazing impact on the federal debt, the federal deficit. It will cost jobs. The impact of it on seniors will be amazing. It's fascinating to watch the Democrats still walking the plank on this bill. I understand what the Business Roundtable is saying in terms of costs, but if you look at the overall projection of this bill, it will decimate small businesses who have to pay increased taxes on the health care bill. It's too much. It's too expensive for the American people.
Al, I'm going to give the last word to you. Ron said earlier this morning, if the Democrats ram this bill through, the Republicans will create an election campaign focus on repeal of it. Does that worry you?
No, it doesn't worry me. I mean, I kind of find it interesting. I didn't hear the Republicans complain when they rammed the tax cut through that was actually $500 billion more expensive than the president's health care plan. At the end of the day, everybody understands that our health care system has to be reformed. And I think, what gets left out is the fact that there's families in this country who need that kind of reform, who need it now. And I think the president understands that, and that's why, at the end of the day, he gets that you can't fix our economy unless we get health care costs under control.
We're going to have to leave it there, Ron and Al. Okay. I'm sorry, we are out of time, but as soon as Major gets his hands on this letter that the White House is going to be sending to Democratic leaders, of course, we'll bring it straight to you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jane.
The city of Los Angeles is under fire for taking aim at homeowners. What's at issue? Painting on private property. John Stossel weighs in with a story you're not going to believe next.
Times are changing, and America's economy is changing with them. Have you watched the national debt climb with no end in sight? Big government is spending taxpayers' money at a record pace, and your financial future could be at risk. That's why conservative investors are turning to gold. At Merit Financial, we've been helping Americans protect their hard-earned wealth with gold and silver investments for almost a quarter century. We guarantee every piece of gold we sell is inspected to ensure the highest quality. We guarantee to beat any advertised price on the products we offer. And we guarantee shipment from our office in 3 business days on in-stock products. That's why thousands of new investors contact Merit Financial every month to learn more about conservative